Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about how to review, analyze, and audit your automated webinar numbers. A lot of the times when I work with clients who set these up, they're not really sure how to extract data to make better decisions moving forward. So that's what we're going to spend time doing today. So in any typical promotion, it usually starts with some type of lead generation into a funnel or an automated webinar funnel, which is usually in the form of emails, right? Emails turn into clicks, clicks turn into registrations, registrations turn to attendees, and hopefully attendees convert to sales, okay? Now, a lot of the times after a promotion, many people do not look at the numbers or they're only looking at the final sales number. And if it's good, they ignore all the other stats. If it's bad, in most cases, they're like, well, something's wrong, and they don't know exactly where to look or what to change. So let's start focusing on the very first thing, which are visitors or clicks. There are two versions, which is non-unique versus unique. And in most cases, it's non-unique, meaning if one individual clicks the link 15 times, it'll register as 15 visitors. So this number is a little bit less accurate, but we want to compare this number to the total number of clicks, okay? Now, if there's any discrepancy there, that could be a deliverability issue with your email system, okay? Now, the number of clicks is also determined by your subject lines and the value that you put in your email copy. So if you're not hitting your standard email conversions, that's where you want to begin, meaning you have to update your copy, make some changes, edit, maybe even hire a copywriter. Okay, so that's layer one, is how does your marketing relay into clicks and visitors? The next metric that you want to pay attention to is how do you convert that click into a registrant. And if it's lower than a specific percentage, and in most cases around 30 to 40% of your total clicks should be your registrants, okay? If you get an over 50%, awesome. But that determines the congruency of your marketing message to your landing page. So if you're talking about A on your marketing, and then when they land on your landing page, it talks about B, there's a lack of congruency that can hurt your conversions, okay? So if it's lower than the average, then you focus on your landing page and maybe matching your messaging with your marketing better, okay? So registrants to clicks is solely based on what's being said from your emails into your landing page, all right? Now, from registrants to attendees, that comes down to your follow-up processes, meaning are you sending reminders out? Are you sending text reminders out? Just so you know, with the changes in text messaging, it's still a great component to add additional about 5 to 10% extra attendees onto a webinar. I mean, if you completely leave it off, you're missing out on all those potential attendees. That equates to maybe an additional 3 to 5 sales from the initial promotion. That's kind of a big deal, okay? So when you look at registrants to attendees, typically we're looking at anywhere between 50 to 70% on an automated webinar, especially with these just-in-time features now. It's much higher because people can jump right on in, okay? So definitely want to look at your reminder sequence. We have other, within the affiliate incubator, we have additional trainings on how to best set that up, but typically it's a variety of emails, an hour before, 15 to 30 minutes before, and then a text reminder timed with that last email, okay? Usually gets you to where you need to be. You don't need to bombard them with emails. There's a law of, what's the word I'm looking for? Diminishing returns, okay? Once you start sending too much out, it actually can hurt you, okay? Then lastly, attendees to sales conversions, okay? Depending on price points, there's average conversion rates, but basically that determines how your presentation will do, okay? So we have email marketing copy for the starting stage one. Stage two is your landing page copy that matches with your marketing. And then lastly, it's the webinar itself, meaning if you're promising all these things in your marketing on the landing page and you don't deliver on your webinar, that can really hurt your conversions. Or maybe your product stack isn't compelling enough to where it matches the price that you're asking for, okay? So if your conversion rates are lower, or you're not selling as much as you think, or much lower than you know you should be compared to your peers, it means your presentation needs work, okay? Now, before you go and overhaul the whole thing, usually there's some minor fixes. So what you want to pay attention to is where drop-off rates happen. Meaning if people are getting on, your call to action happens at 45 minutes, but you're seeing a huge drop off at 20 minutes, it more than likely means you go back to that exact point. I guarantee you're going to find some verbiage there that you're saying that's encouraging people to say, hey, this isn't for me right now, or, oh, the pitch is coming. This is not all what I signed up for. So it's important to kind of review specific points in your presentation versus overhaul the whole thing, adjust your price points, although those could be the issue, right? But it's important to see the data first before making these drastic decisions, especially when it comes to your presentation, okay? So these are the 3 points that you want to focus on, which is your marketing copy, transferring to clicks, then registrations, what's the conversion rate there? Registrations to attendees, and then attendees to your sales conversions, and looking at each of these components in a lot more detail. I can promise you by looking at each of your past webinars in this kind of detail, you'll start to unravel some things regarding your marketing strategy, your landing page, and of course, how you want to position your presentation moving forward. I really hope this video was helpful. Definitely take it back into your business, apply it today, and I hope it helps improve your numbers overall. If you have any more information if you'd like to follow us for more information, definitely subscribe and follow, and click the notification bell depending on what you're watching this from. And of course, I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Bye-bye.